Lecture 3. Understanding Information Security. Dear student, understanding information security is very important to the IS auditor. Here we will be discussing it in brief. The ultimate objective of the IS auditor is to assure its stakeholders that the information processed through the information processing system is secured and maintains the security principles. The core information security principles are confidentiality, integrity, and availability, which are often called the CIA or CIA triad. Now let's take a look at the dictionary definition of confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The dictionary definition of confidentiality is keeping secret or being private. Integrity is defined as internal consistency or lack of corruption in electronic data, and the meaning of availability is the quality of being able to be used. We will be discussing the details of confidentiality, integrity, and availability in the next slide. But remember that the opposite meaning of confidentiality is disclosure, meaning making secret information known. The opposite of integrity is alteration. That means the process of being altered. And the opposite of availability is destruction, which is defined as the process of causing so much damage to something that it no longer exists or cannot be repaired. Now we will review confidentiality. What do we mean by confidentiality? Number 1. Confidentiality seeks to prevent unauthorized disclosure of information. Number 2. It seeks to prevent unauthorized read access to data. Note that we said unauthorized read access, not write access. Number 3. Confidentiality ensures that information is accessible by only those who are authorized to access the information. Number 4. Confidentiality supports the principle of least privilege, i.e., only authorized individuals, processes, or systems should have access to information on a need-to-know basis. We will now see some examples of confidentiality. Theft of credit card information is a widely known example. Here, credit card number, card expiry date, and card CVV code are disclosed, which is all a criminal needs to make online purchases. Attackers may spoil confidentiality mechanisms by network monitoring, shoulder surfing, stealing password files, breaking encryption schemes, and social engineering. Which controls help us to ensure confidentiality? One control may be the data classification. It helps us to determine who should have access to which information. Another great control is applying encryption to protect unauthorized read or write access to information. Identification, authentication, and authorization through access controls are the practices that support maintaining the confidentiality of information. Applying encryption for data at rest and data in transit, implementing physical, logical, and technical access control are the controls for confidentiality. We will now review integrity. What do we mean by integrity? Integrity seeks to prevent unauthorized modification of information. Information should only be modified in an authorized manner, whether the changes are made manually or automatically. Integrity seeks to prevent unauthorized write access to data. Remember that integrity aims to prevent unauthorized write access, whereas confidentiality seeks to prevent unauthorized read access. Integrity is the principle that information should be protected from intentional, unauthorized, or accidental changes. Integrity ensures that data is internally and externally consistent. That is, any given input should have an expected output. Integrity ensures the accuracy and completeness of information and information processing methods. Remember that there are 2 types of integrity. 1. Data integrity, which seeks to protect information against unauthorized modification, and 2. System integrity, that seeks to protect the system from unauthorized modification. We will now see some examples of integrity. If an unethical student compromises a college-grade database to raise his failing grades, he has violated the data integrity. He has broken the system integrity if he installs malicious software on the system to allow future backdoor access. When an attacker inserts a virus, logic bomb, or backdoor into a system, the system's integrity is compromised. Which controls help us to ensure integrity? Management controls, such as the segregation of duties and the maker-checker concept, is an example. Hashing ensures data integrity, and change control ensures process integrity. Now we will review availability. What do we mean by availability? Availability ensures that information is available and accessible by users when needed. It ensures reliable and timely access to information to authorized users. Here are some examples of availability. Two primary areas that affect the availability of systems are 1. Denial of service attacks, and 2. Loss of service due to a disaster. Disaster may be human-made, like unfortunate capacity planning results in a system crash, outdated hardware, and poor test results in a system crash after an upgrade. Examples of natural disasters are earthquakes, tornadoes, blackouts, hurricanes, fire, and flood. Which controls help us to ensure availability? Tested incident management is a control. Disaster recovery planning and business continuity planning are also an example of control to ensure the availability. Implementing RAID, clustering, load balancing, redundant data, and alternate power lines are also some examples. Dear student, the points we have discussed until now are the basis for the course. This knowledge is essential to solve the questions in the real examination.